been 40 years, but the pain feels just as fresh as the day I lost him. I still miss him every single day.
I was the woman who organized everything. Tickets, meals, calendars, birthday gifts, school forms, holidays, emergencies, and, apparently, other people's vacations. My name is May Elizabeth Porter, 69 years old, widowed, and painfully good at cleaning up other people's messes. The perfect family trip began months earlier. My son Brandon and his wife Erica wanted to take the children to Orlando. I didn't want to go. Not because I didn't love my grandchildren, but because I was tired of being invisible while paying for visibility. Still, I paid. A luxury villa, park passes, special dining, fast-track tickets, airport transfers. I spent nights hunched over my laptop planning every minute of magic. No one thanked me. No one even asked if I wanted to join. Then, 3 days before their departure, Brandon casually called. "Mum, we decided it's better if it's just our family this time." Their family, not me. I hung up and stared at the wall for a long time. I realized something painful. I wasn't a grandmother to them, I was a credit card. That evening, I brewed chamomile tea and made my first decision in decades that wasn't about pleasing someone else. I opened the Airbnb app. The glowing images of the villa looked nothing like my life. Crystal pool, designer towels, gourmet kitchen, and bedrooms that looked like hotel advertisements. With steady hands, I typed a message to the host. "I believe my reservation security has been compromised. Please cancel immediately and change all access codes. I will not arrive." An $800 cancellation fee appeared on the screen. I clicked accept without hesitation. For the first time in years, I felt lighter. Not guilty. It was the price of clarity. I sipped my tea slowly, knowing this was only the first step. Outside, snow began to fall. Inside, a new version of me was waking up. I had cancelled the house, but the real reckoning was just beginning. At 9 a.m., I called my bank. A cheerful young man answered. "Good afternoon, Mrs. Porter. How may I help you?" "I need to report a stolen supplementary credit card," I said calmly. "Whose card?" "My son's." There was a brief pause, then keyboard tapping. "I see a charge from O'Hare Airport this morning. $58 at Starbucks." "I did not approve that charge," I replied. "Please block his card immediately." Within minutes, Brandon's access to my money vanished. Somewhere in the sky over Illinois, he was sipping coffee he no longer had the right to buy with my name. Next came Disney. I logged into the account I had spent months perfecting: lightning lanes, dining reservations, character breakfasts, fireworks parties, backstage tours, thousands of dollars of carefully scheduled dreams. One by one, I deleted them. Tickets refunded to account credit, non-transferable. Dining cancelled. Fast passes erased. VIP experiences gone in seconds. My phone buzzed repeatedly with confirmation emails, each one like a small liberation. I imagined them arriving at the park gates with useless tickets, children confused, parents furious, and suddenly very small. But the real chaos would hit sooner. When their plane landed in Orlando, Brandon would try to order an Uber XL. Card declined. He would try again. Card declined. Then panic would creep in as he counted his emergency cash, nowhere near enough for 5 people and mountains of luggage. They would squeeze into a tiny taxi instead, Erica furious, children crying, Brandon apologizing to everyone but me. And when they reached the villa, Brandon would swagger up to the door, punch in the code I gave him weeks earlier. And nothing would happen. The intercom would crackle. "Reservation cancelled by Mrs. Porter. Please leave immediately." I wrapped my hands around my tea mug and smiled, not cruelly, but knowingly. Every domino that fell was the result of their choice to erase me first. Then my phone buzzed again. Erica was live on Facebook. I clicked. There she was outside the villa, mascara streaming down her face, children wailing behind her. "My mother-in-law ruined our vacation," she sobbed. "We're stranded with kids." The comments exploded instantly, strangers calling me heartless, toxic, evil. I opened my own Facebook page and posted one image, a screenshot of my bank statement. $12,000 paid for Disney. In my name. Then one sentence. "I paid for a family trip. You removed me from the family, so I removed my money from the trip." I closed my laptop and waited. They thought Facebook was their weapon, but the real storm hadn't even begun. At 11 p.m., my phone rang. Unknown number. Brandon. "Mom, are you insane?" His voice cracked. "We're sitting on a curb in Florida. Bet almost fainted. The kids are crying." I took a slow sip of tea. "Hello, Brandon. You told me to rest. I'm resting." "This isn't funny. We have no money, no hotel, no way home." "That sounds difficult," I said calmly. He stammered, angry and desperate. "What am I supposed to tell Emma? She keeps asking for Grandma May." "Tell her the truth," I replied softly, "that sometimes adults make bad choices and face consequences." Silence, then fury. "You're cruel." "No," I corrected. "I'm realistic. For the first time, I'm treating you the way you treated me." I asked one simple question. "Where is Bet's wallet now?" More silence. I knew the answer. Plenty of opinions. No money. Then I changed the subject. "Let's talk about your house." My son lived in a beautiful 4-bedroom colonial, bought with his father's life insurance money I had gifted him. Rent-free. For 5 years. "I checked your savings account today," I said quietly. "The one you opened with my credit." Silence. "Your balance is $37.19. He gasped. "After 5 years of free housing, that's all you saved," Erica shouted in the background. I continued, steady as ice. "I spoke to my realtor. The house goes on the market Monday. You have 30 days to move." The air left his lungs. "You can't do that." "I can. And I am." He sounded like a lost little boy. "Where are we supposed to go?" "Anywhere you can afford with your own paycheck." "You're 35, Brandon," he whispered, broken. "I can't come back from this." I softened slightly. "I'm not asking you to pretend. I'm asking you to grow up." I hung up. Outside, snow covered the world in quiet white peace. Inside, my heart felt lighter than it had in years. While I slept, they were learning what life looks like without my safety net. They ended up at a rundown Motel 6. No pool, broken ice machine, vending machine that stole quarters, stale air and flickering lights. Erica sat on a sagging bed in her designer tracksuit, ruined by children's messes. The kids cried themselves to sleep on a pull-out couch that smelled like regret. On the second morning, Bet, the fun grandmother, declared she was done. She pulled out an envelope stuffed with cash Erica had secretly taken from the kids' college fund, just in case. "I'm too old for this," Bet said, counting money for a taxi. "Call me when you're settled." And she left. Just like that. Brandon and Erica were trapped. No cards, dwindling cash, and nowhere to go. Pride shattered. Brandon walked them to a pawn shop. Erica's $2,000 designer bag sold for $350. Brandon's promotion watch sold for $200. Just enough for 4 Greyhound tickets home, 24 hours on a bus that smelled like bleach and despair. Across from the bathroom, kids crying, parents blaming each other in whispers, their perfect vacation reduced to gas station snacks and aching backs. Meanwhile, I packed a suitcase for myself. 1 ticket, 1 destination, no guilt. While they rode a bus of humiliation, I boarded a train of freedom. 2 weeks later, I stood on the observation deck of the California Zephyr, winding through the Rocky Mountains. Snow-capped peaks glided past like a painting come alive. In one hand, wine. In the other, my phone, which buzzed with a new message. "Mom, we're back. We have nowhere to go. Can we talk?" I pictured them in front of the house that was no longer theirs. Sold sign in the yard, boxes piled like unwanted memories. I deleted the message. Across from me sat Gloria, a retired teacher traveling alone. I spent 40 years serving everyone else, she said. Now I travel for me. I smiled. My ticket rested on the table. One name only. May Elizabeth Porter. No extra baggage. No expectations. No emotional labor. The train curved. He learned that love without respect is exploitation. He learned that generosity without boundaries becomes entitlement. He learned that mothers are not banks. But by the time he realized this, I had already stepped into a different life. Sometimes people only learn after they've lost what they took for granted. The train entered a tunnel. When it emerged, the world opened wide. Endless sky, endless mountains, endless possibility. I lifted my ticket and smiled. My first everything, I whispered. Not revenge, not bitterness, just clarity. I spent decades saying yes to others. Now I was saying yes to myself. And it felt magnificent. So if you're listening to this story, remember, your worth is not measured by what you give away. Love fiercely. But love yourself first. Set boundaries. Protect your peace. You cannot pour from an empty vessel. And if this story touched you, share it with someone who needs to remember their strength. Because every ending can become a new beginning, if you're brave enough to choose it. The view is always better when your name is the only one on the ticket.